Hello, I'm Pz2G Carry and welcome to my new channel. In this channel I'll be making videos centering around the game World of Tanks. So this video is all about the Pz2G. Here are some facts for all the people who love their history. The Pz2G was manufactured from 1941 to 1942. It was an up-armoured Panzer II to prolong the life of the Panzer II series. So basically the Panzer II was becoming obsolete and they had to come up with something that was better, could fight the war more efficiently, blah blah blah. So basically it was a fail, it didn't work, but it did lead to the development of the Leopard, and they used the suspension they came up with, which included the overlapping of road wheels, and it offered the tank 50 kilometers an hour off-road, which is an upgrade from the Panzer II basically. So they up-armoured it to 30 millimeters, and they had 15 millimeters on the sides and rear. So in World of Tanks it has 20 millimeters on the side, so you could say this was balancing. I'd say this is to make it competitive within its tier. I'm not sure, maybe side scraping in tier 3 tanks, I don't know. So next, there are some people who have said this has fought in the war of World War II. Many people say nah, rubbish, but apparently it was used on the Eastern Front. So here I'm basically showing you how the Pz2G compares in size compared to other tiered tanks. So it's definitely smaller in length, but it's similar width. But the length of it really helps if you're in tight corners, or you're a smaller target. You can go in places like on the top of ridge lines, just go over them and then get back without being hit because you're so small. Also, everyone's got 75 or 50% cruise down in tier 3, unless they're steel clubbers, of course. And I'm not a steel clubber. I just like playing down at low tiers. I find it fun. But I'm also going up. I'm trying to get the E100. It looks like a good tank. Okay, so this is a battle on Corellia. I've already recorded. You'll see the graphics aren't very good. It's because I'm running a Sony Vaio laptop, which is not very good at all.
Time to roll out.
Yeah. So we've got a Japanese tank just crashing into people. Yep, well done. Okay, so what equipment would I use on the Pz2G? It definitely needs an enhanced gun lane drive. I'm not running one at the moment, but that's because it's too expensive. 500k, that's a lot. Okay, so enhanced gun lane drive is a must if you can afford it. Then vents, which is quite cheap on a tier 3 tank, so vents get the crew working better, 5% more efficient. You also, optics, you could take optics if you're moving around a lot, but with the long reloads of the Pz2G, I would say binos. Binoculars, you can sit back and you've got the 25% extra view range instead of the 10%, and while you're reloading, which is quite a long 15-second reload just for your 3 shots, you might as well get your binoculars, see if you get responsive. So there I let myself get shot. This was because I hadn't actually spotted them. I should have come out, spotted them, and come back before they had a chance to shoot me, but instead I went for this shot, so wouldn't advise that. However, in the Pz2G, you really want to take your shot, get back, reload, and as soon as you've reloaded, shoot again, so that you can get all that damage done. It does play quite like an ammo rack tank, but the thing is, when you can unload all of your shots into one tank, and as long as they're close enough so all the shots can go in, it is really nice. In a second you'll see what I mean. A perfect example. That medium 3 came round with almost full health, and I unloaded my shots, and immediately he's crippled. He is one shot and he's gone. Okay, so this tank, it does, when they're all the shots are in, it can do up to 180, 200 damage in a couple of seconds. It's like half a second. It is amazing when you think about the fact that most tier 3 tanks are doing around 50 damage, and you can do up to 200 in a couple of seconds. Though the 15-second reload is, I would say it balances that out considerably. In those 15 seconds you really have to get back so they can't rush you, and also if you're in a position like I am right now, you've got to act as if you're already reloaded so they don't rush you, because they are scared of that mega damage. So here I let the D1 get ahead of me. I want him to take the shot because I know he can bounce the shot and then take the tank out, and then we can press on. So here I'm moving underneath the M2's gun line. This is just to make sure that he doesn't get shots at me, and if you're new to the game, I think this is really important that you should know. Never let them have a shot at you if you don't have a shot at them. It's the basis for survival. You need to take them out before they can take you out. Okay, so here is a cruiser tank. I warn you, at tier 3, cruisers are given quite a meaty gun that can do quite a lot of damage and quite high penetration for a tier 3, so I advise you not to go head to head one of these tanks unless you know you will kill them with your first shot. So I do let the D2 go ahead as a meat shield, and he gets a lucky bounce, I reckon.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit.
You probably guessed the D2, who is fighting alongside me, has a lot of armor. Yes, the French actually have armor at the lower tiers, I know. Crazy. The armor stays the same, however, the same amount pretty much as you go up. So when you get to tier 10, good luck bouncing anything with that amount of armor. Basically, I'm sitting down with my turret over this small ridge, basically getting my binos up, which take 5 seconds when you're standing to then activate itself. So with my binos on, I do get quite a large view range for this tier, so I was hoping I would spot something, but nope, haven't spotted anything. Okay. Here I turned back. At the base, all I can see is one artillery defending, and that really isn't enough compared to what could be coming around there. There could be up to 5 tanks coming around from the east, and that would literally, they would wipe out the artillery and then be able to outcap us easily. So you can see the Pz2G is actually, it is fairly mobile. It's not as fast as its the Panzer 1C, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's fast enough. It can get back to the base in order to reset caps if it's, you know, halfway across the map, which is fine, and it really is a standard for most tanks at this tier. The downsides to the Pz2G are, if you're going quite fast in turn, it does bleed speed, so you do slow down quite a bit. a Valentine AT has appeared. Better take this tank out. This is a threat and can easily take this tank out if put into a fair fight. So, better not get into a fair fight. Here I will show you how to take out any tank in a very unfair way.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I'll just take a couple of shots at the top of the AT and then back away. This way I'm not going to take any damage, and even though I only took 25 damage off him, the damage adds up in the long term. Watch quite closely and I'll show you a couple of tricks on taking out enemy tanks, and specifically tank destroyers. This works much better in them than a normal tank. The Valentine AT is to my right. Now watch what I do here. What I just did is I went 50 meters backwards, going outside of the proximity spotting range. So this spotting range, within 50 meters, they will automatically spot you whatever. So getting out of this spotting range means that he will not be able to see me unless he has a direct line of sight. There is the Valentine AT, and watch what he does here, because he thinks I'm going to do one thing and I'm going to trick him to think I'm doing that, but then I will do something else, and that gives me the head start, ultimately meaning that I beat this guy and take him out. Boom, headshot. So, base secured. That means that they only have one artillery left. This should be quite easy. So here I came up a little bit too in a diagonal to the right, and he had quite a clear shot at my side, but instead hits my track. When angling this tank, make sure it's at a 40 degrees angle, and you can get some pretty good bounces. So, base secured. That means that they only have one artillery left. This should be quite easy. So now I just go straight through the middle, straight towards their base, because I know the artillery will probably be camping back at the base, like all artillery do. And if he does try and rush for the water to drown himself, I'd be quite close to him to try and stop him. Yes, I do in chat here ask for the kill, and I don't think anyone should ask for a kill unless they've earned the right for that kill. My example here is I've got 5 kills, 1 more kill and I get the top gun. I'm 20 something damage off getting the medal for getting the top damage, where you need at least 1000 damage, and I've got 9 something in hundreds. So I think this was quite fair to ask for the kill. I mean, I did just defend the base. Without that defense, the game would have been lost for sure. So there we go, finish off the artillery and win the game. Okay, so let's go and look at the post-game stats. So there we go, 16,000 credits, not very much, but this is a tier 3 game, so to be fair. And we're not playing tier 3 for credits, so that doesn't matter. We got the Top Gun, we got the Mastery badge, so better than 99% of players in this tank, which is a pretty good badge. Also got the other one, I can't remember the name, but you have to get 1000 damage and you have to do better than any other player on your team. Also got 1000 XP, pretty good game with 6 kills. Thanks for watching my channel, and I should be releasing some more videos, but please leave feedback and subscribe, leave a like, and thank you for watching. See you guys.